a young woman people can't stop talking about or listening to.
Taylor, right here, please, Taylor.
7 Grammys, 30 million albums and counting, and more breakup stories than she would probably like. That's Taylor Swift, and the numbers only tell part of her story. Her talent was so obvious, her parents moved the family to Nashville when Taylor was only 14. Her first album established her as a country music star. The latest, 1989, crosses over into pop, cementing her world domination. The album's called 1989. It's got a real pop vibe to it. Are there influences you can cite, or anything that you were thinking about while you were making this record, just as far as the sound?
Absolutely. I definitely did have a goal for this album, and that was for it to be sonically cohesive, which for me meant that it had a distinct sound to it. I want for my fans to hear a song from this record and know that it doesn't belong on any other one of my albums, that it solely belongs on this one. And one of the huge influences on the sound of this album was late 80s pop, like Peter Gabriel and Annie Lennox and the Eurythmics and, you know, Madonna, Like a Prayer, and Fine Young Cannibals, She Drives Me Crazy. Like, songs like that that were taking such risks at that time, production-wise. They were trying out all kinds of different production styles and drum sounds and vocal sampling. It just, I love it.
It's interesting that you say that when you're talking about someone who takes risks and was developing new things. When I was reading different things about you, New York Magazine said that your nearest antecedent might be 60s-era Brian Wilson, as far as just getting to the heart of your generation of people in a way that no one else could. Do you feel like that's true, or do you even ever feel like a prodigy in some way?
I feel like that quote is the coolest thing I've heard in a really long time, and I forgot that that was in that article. Brian Wilson is one of my heroes, to the point where when I was growing up, that was the first music I think I heard from my parents. They raised me on Beach Boys music, so that's an amazing compliment. I think that as far as songwriting goes, I've been essentially opening up my diary for the world to read since I was 16. So that's an interesting kind of vulnerability to have when you are telling your life story and revealing your life narrative and all the feelings you had about those things happening to you to people who are going to understand it and see your side of it and kind of see, look at what you're saying and say, I get that, I feel that too. But you're also revealing your life and your true emotions to people who just kind of want to take you down and make fun.